The Old Maid Who Waited for Her Lover. Prologue. My lord, said the headman of an Irrawaddy Delta village with great enthusiasm, we have built a fine monastery, and we are awaiting the arrival of a monk. Where is the monk from? Asked the Thingazar Sayadaw. We do not know yet, replied the headman, for we have not invited anyone in particular. Do you mean to say that you are waiting for a monk to turn up at your monastery gate? Asked the Sayadaw. That is so, my lord, replied the headman. Unintentionally you are encouraging an unscrupulous person to don the yellow robe and take over your monastery, commented the Sayadaw, and you may meet disappointment as the old maid did when she waited for her lover. The maid was nearly 30 years old, and she began to wonder whether she would be able to get a husband at all. Every evening, for years, she had sat in the front room of her house waiting for young men to come and visit her, so that she could choose one as her husband. At the beginning she did attract some visitors, but she found no one to her liking, and now no young men ever came to visit her. She realized that a young man was looking at her with some interest, and she believed that he would pay a visit to her house that very evening. When evening came, she took a bath, put on her finest dress, and sat spinning in the front room of her house, with her back to the door, which was left open. She waited until the cocks crew the first watch, but nobody came. However, she still felt certain that the young man she saw at the market would come. She brought out the family beetle box and started to prepare a chew of beetle. At that moment she heard the patter of soft footsteps on the garden path. He is treading softly, as he is feeling very shy, she mused, so I must forsake my maidenly modesty and must take the initiative myself. She heard the soft footsteps come right behind her, and suddenly they stopped. He is now standing behind me, she said to herself, and her heart beat fast with excitement. Some moments passed, and again she mused, he is tongue-tied with longing and with love, and I must start the conversation. So she said aloud, All have been expecting you the whole evening. Do make yourself at home. If you are tired with the long walk, may I offer you this chew of betel? Without turning, she lifted her hand to pass the beetle. She heard an angry snarl, and, turning round, she found an old black dog, which, finding the door open, had wandered into the house. She drove the dog away, and after banging shut the door, she went to bed in disappointment and disgust.